When I spoke to you on the phone, you said you want to look forward more than look back, but it would not be a retrospective without at least talking about some of the things that happened in the last 8 years.
Every classification of employee that we have in the city would certainly deserve recognition, and that's why I wrote a letter thanking our employees, and you all were kind enough to publish that and put that out, and that actually became a list of things that we've accomplished together. But that's really what I wanted to do, is thank my wonderful, wonderful people that have been here at the city. When you think about where we were 8 years ago, it was a totally different time in York. We were facing a massive financial challenge, short-term cash problem. The outgoing administration proposed a staggering tax increase on the way out the door, you may recall. And at the same time, we were facing this sense of community unrest with the indictments that had been recently announced in both the murder of Lilybelle Allen and Officer Henry Shadd from the 1969 race riot. And I think our first accomplishment, our first job on day one, was to prove that the city government was able to function and be professional on behalf of the citizens we represent. You start with the neighborhood revitalization that's taken place. Primarily the biggest neighborhood project, not just in York, but probably in the Commonwealth, has been the YWCA's Community Renaissance Project. We've already made a huge difference in reducing crime with our West End police unit that has been active now for more than a year.
Obviously baseball, the idea didn't start with you, but
it didn't.
Was finished on your watch, so to speak. Has that been the springboard for economic development that the city and county would hope?
Every time, the last 3 years that I've gone, particularly when I see like the night that the York College students and their families come into the stadium and take up, a quarter of it or half of it, to me that's when it's really exciting, because you can see how it's affecting not just the normal season ticket holders, but you can see it becoming a point of interest and excitement for a whole bunch of people that are really getting their first orientation to York. As college students and their parents at York College are getting, one of the first things they see orientation weekend is this brand new facility. And so I think that's the kind of welcoming we have to provide for people coming into York. And soon you'll be able to look across the street from the stadium and you'll literally be able to see the remarkable redevelopment taking place at the Thomas Somerville building and at the Demple, the old Western Maryland Head House building. Behind it, the extension of the Heritage Rail Trail. And not too many years into the future, you'll start to see popping up the wonderful townhouses that are now being visualized on paper, but will ultimately be the homes of all kinds of wonderful folks that want to live right in the heart of downtown York. Well, I'm going to miss the people. We have an incredible and talented workforce here at the City of York. You saw in the recent snowstorm the dedication of our public works employees who were out there for hours and hours upon end battling a snowstorm. You see the dedication here in this office. After 11 years, Celeste Young in the mayor's office is retiring. So it's not just me leaving. We have some long-time, wonderful, wonderful public servants that are leaving their posts here. Celeste is one out of this office. There are others across the city. I'm going to miss those folks